Hey guys, welcome to this video. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to show you how to play Enough For You by Olivia Rodrigo. This is on an acoustic guitar in standard tuning. Step one is to figure out what the chords are, then the picking pattern with the right hand, and then we can put them together. So for the intro and the verses, the chords are G. All you really need is your first finger on the low E string, and you can just mute that A string if you can. But that doesn't really matter because we're actually not going to hit the A string for this chord. So we've got G, then E minor, and then we've got a C, but it's kind of a C over G. Instead of playing C like this, we're going to move our third finger from the A string to the E string. Same fret, third fret, but instead of being on C, it's going to be on G. So that's C over G. So we've got G, E minor, and C over G. For the chorus, it changes and goes back to the G again after that C over G. So I've got G, E minor, C over G, G, then repeats back to G, if that makes sense. So the right hand picking technique is actually pretty simple and just repeats throughout the whole thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pluck the E string, and then we're gonna pluck the D and B together, and then we're gonna play G, D, and B strings. So like what I'm doing, I would suggest taking the left hand or the fretting hand off the guitar and just figure out this right hand and get this dial so that you can play it at tempo before we move on to putting it together with the chords. So that at full speed would sound like this. And it just repeats like that. And I don't think there's a point in this song where you have to move your fingers to do anything else on any other strings. I think it just stays like that pretty much the whole time. So once you've got that down, we can put it together and it starts to sound like the song pretty quickly, which is cool. So we start off with this G. Again, only really need to use one finger on the low E string on the third fret, and that's gonna sound like this. We do that once, then we go to E minor. Do that once, and then we go to our C over G chord and we do this one twice. One thing to note is the very last B string, we're actually going to take the first finger off and play an open B. So that would sound like this. I just take off my first and second fingers and then we're ready to play G again. I'll play it for you twice in a row so you can hear what it sounds like together and sort of how it flows. So. And then a little bit slower if you need it. Okay, that's the verse part, and like I said before, the only thing that changes for the chorus is instead of holding that C over G twice through the picking pattern, we go back to the G again. So the chorus sounds like this. Yeah, so G, E minor, C over G, 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 E minor, C over G, G. That's the chord progression for the chorus. And then back to the verse, which is just G, E minor, C over G, C over G again. That's the entire thing. That's the song. There's, I think, a point after one of the big choruses where there's strumming of those chords and you just strum them. So you just kind of ring out on each chord. But that's essentially it. That's how to play Enough For You by Olivia Rodrigo. I think that's what it's called. Enough For Me? You really know the songs that I'm doing. Enough For You, yeah, that's right. That's how to play Enough For You by Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah, just work on it slowly, figure out the chords, get that right hand dialed in, and then put them all together. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.